make it. Thanks for joining on this wonderful Saturday morning, or if you are joining from India, wonderful evening. So again, few notices. This is a generic yoga. So if you have any physical or mental limitations, you can avoid this. If a person is pregnant, if a lady is pregnant, then they should avoid. Also, if a woman is running in menstrual cycle, then they should avoid as well. Let me try to mute everyone once again. Okay. And listen to your body. That is the most important thing. So if you are not able to go further into the flows, please do not make any more effort than it's needed to go to the siddhi of that asana. So just allow however much you can go. It's perfectly fine. One more important thing is today we'll be needing some kind of cushion. So if you have a towel, you can bring a towel, roll it. You might be needing that. If you have blocks, we'll be needing blocks. Or if you want to just roll a blanket, bed sheet, if nothing, even a pillow will work. Okay. So we'll be needing some props today. So just if you can just go ahead and grab them now. And we'll wait for maybe 30 seconds, and then you can bring those props with you. Okay, so now if you have the props, you can either use cushion to sit on them. If not, then at least come in a M shape. How it would be, or a W shape, depending on who is looking from there, right? So both the knees are forward, but at the same time, sole of the left feet is touching the right thigh, and then the other heel is outward. So right heel is outward. And the most important thing is spine is straight in this position. If you are leaning in one side, then that is where this cushion is needed to support yourself to bring that alignment back into the place. So whether you need or not, again, feel free, analyze yourself, upright spine. And once you are in that M or W shape, interlace your fingers in the back, knuckles going down. So broad shoulder, knuckles going down, straight elbows. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, head will come gently to the left knee this time, and knuckles will be lifted up. So here, the invitation is first come forward with your pelvic region. So hinging from the pelvic region and coming forward. Inhale, come back up. Now we are facing the right knee and trying to come down towards the right, and notice the difference. It would feel much different to go towards the right knee, and you might not be able to approach much than the left knee. Inhale, come back up, arch back, and then come down to the left, hinging from the pelvic region. It doesn't matter whether you are able to reach to the floor or not, as long as you are adopting the right practices. Again, moving towards the right side, right knee coming down, elbows up. And then one more time, inhale, going back up. Exhale to the left knee. Knuckles reaches high. Inhale, come back up. Facing to the right knee. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, come back up. Very nice. Now the release. And interlacing the fingers, palm facing up towards the ceiling. extending the reach high. As you exhale, the right palm rested onto the left knee, left palm supporting the back, lower back, and then gently twist from lower back, and then shoulders, and then neck. So gaze is all the way back. The right shoulder is coming to the front, left shoulder all the way back. And then gently unwind. You can gently twist onto the other side. Very nice. Now the same thing is on the other side. So we are making opposite shape, W. So right sole of the feet is touching the left thigh and left heel is facing forward, facing back. Again, if you're leaning on one side, use the cushion to make the entire spine in upright position. Good. Interlacing the fingers in the back. Good. Knuckle going down, arms are straight. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, facing to the right knee, coming down from the pelvic region, rounding the spine. Knuckles reaches all the way up. Inhale, coming back up, facing to the right knee. Again, notice the difference. Inhale, come back up, facing the right knee, and coming from the pelvic region down. Inhale, come back up, and you can arch back. Coming towards the left side. Inhale, come back up, arch back. One more time, on to the right. Knuckle goes all the way up. Inhale, come back up, facing the left knee. And one last time, we are coming down on the left side. Inhale, come back up and release. Now interlacing your fingers, palm facing up, extending the reaching high, extend. And then left palm resting onto the right knee, right palm supporting the lower back, gently twisting from the lower back, upper, and then gaze. Left shoulder is coming forward, right shoulder all the way back. Soft gaze. Inhale, we are gently twisting on the other side. Very nice. And then release. So with that, we'll release any props that we are using, fall now, and then you can again sit in Sukhasana, Vajrasana, whatever makes you comfortable. And we begin with adopting Chin Mudra, palm facing up, back of the palm resting onto the thighs. Seated tall, broad shoulders. Let the elbows hang heavy. The stimulation has already begun. Allow your skin of the face to relax. We'll begin today's practice with one single sound Om, followed by opening prayer. Receive a deep full breath in. Feeling the vibrations of Omkara in your body. Hands will come in the heart center in prayer position. Together we can chant. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Release. And then gently open your eyes. Okay. So once again, you can come into any comfortable position. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the happiness. So if you ask anybody, like, what kind of life you want to live, most of us, the answer would remain, I want to live happy life. And if the question comes, what part of life do you want to be happy? Throughout life, every single moment I want to be happy, isn't it? But then life takes over, and then we go in ups and downs of the life, and there comes the stress, anxiety, tension. So now the question comes is, if there is so much going on, then how to keep that happiness within? Many times what we do is we tag our happiness to a future event, right? I'll be happy when I have a nice car, or I will be happy when I have a good house, or I go for a vacation and whatnot, right? So what we do is, there is an event, we tag our happiness, and then we postpone our happiness all the way till the event happens. At the time of the event, yes, there is a momentary happiness, but then again we begin the same thing, and then we tag our happiness to another future event. The reason being, since we practice postponing our happiness, and that's what continues. So if practicing is what leads us to where we will be, so that involves, let's also practice happiness, isn't it? If you want happiness, it's not a future event. Continuously we need to practice. Sage Patanjali, in his very first sutra, also says the same thing. Atha Yoga Anushasanam. So Atha, he is emphasizing on that, is now the yoga discipline start, or now the yoga exposition or exploration starts. He emphasized there, Atha, because you explored all the different possibilities to be happy. You wanted to be happy, you explored everything, and you only could find momentary happiness. So now come back to yoga, and then the happiness which resides within you, let it come out. Let it be with you forever. So today we are going to practice that happiness, considering smile as one of the expression of happiness. We are going to practice that happiness on this mat for next 1.5 hours. Right? So for that, I invite you to, whatever asanas we go through, just keep that smile at your face. Gentle smile, that's all. So with that, let's begin. You can again sit comfortably in Sukhasana, or you can also go into Vajrasana if you want. We are going to start with our neck loosening practices. So very easy. Left ear, exhale, reaches to the left shoulder. Inhale, coming to the center. Right ear goes to the right shoulder at the exhalation. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale. However much you can do, and feel the stretch out to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One last time. Exhale. Notice if there is any tension on your face. We are not practicing actually the movement of the neck, but we are practicing, can I be in that happy moment that I always wanted to be. Inhale, come back to center. Now we are going to recess the head in the back, a little bit back. What happens is, most of us, we work in technology and spend a lot of time onto some or other electronic item, and we take the head out. So this is the time to take the head in, and then exhale, twist, chin to the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Again, head is all the way back. Exhale. You can keep the eyes closed or soft gaze. We are getting inward. Inhale, center. Last time, right side. Inhale, come to the center. Now, head, face facing 45 degrees to the left, and right arm, we are going to fold it in the back, 45 degrees, and then bring the chin down. And here we are going to guide the head to further come down, again very gently, and notice what is happening into the right side, in the back, at the shoulder blades. Slow and easy, breathe, stay there, and keep your happiness every single moment. That's what the practice is. Inhale, come back to center, head comes to the center, the same thing on the other side, 45 degrees to the right, and gently guiding the head, chin's coming down. Slow and easy breath. Very nice, come back to center, release. Chin is coming to the chest. In the exhalation, rotation. So rotation from right side, as we inhale, we go back. All the way, slow inhalation and exhalation. The rhythmic movement needs to be there with your breath. As you exhale from the left side, here we come as close to the shoulder as possible. And we are here in the front. Here we are changing the direction, we are not crossing. So from left side, we are going back, and while we are going back, inhale. Go all the way back. Nice and easy. Exhale, come forward. Very nice. One more time. On the right side, we are going back. Inhale. Feel the stimulation. Feel the loosening of the neck muscles. Exhale. Come all the way down. Good. Changing the direction. Inhale all the way back. And then exhale, come to the front. And then once you're at the front, come back to the neutral. So facing forward. Here, now we'll be doing a little bit of strengthening of the neck muscles. So right palm pressing into the right face. Okay, both are pressing. So from the palm we are pressing the face, and the face through the neck is pressing back onto the palm. No movement, it is just the pressure on both the sides. Feel that pressure. And gently release. The same thing onto the other side. So palm pressing, palm is pressing onto the left side. And the neck is restricting that movement. And then release. Good. Palms on the forehead, pressing it back, and neck is stopping that movement. Feel that pressure. Strengthen the neck muscles. Release. The same thing on the other side. So palms going back, and they are moving the head forward, and neck is working to keep the head at its place. And then release. Good. You can feel the strength in the neck muscles. So we get loosening and the strength. So from here, let's move down onto a little bit further loosening. So open your palms all the way up and then all the way down. Inhale and exhale. Don't forget, movement is not we are practicing. We are practicing, can I stay happy in this moment? Last, up and down. Left palm, left fingers facing down, and you are allowing gently to pull them in, keeping this portion straight, and then pulling it in very gently. Please do not overdo. The same thing on the upper side. So fingers facing up, and you are using the right hand to pull the fingers back. Good. The same thing on the other side. So from wrist all the way to the fingertip is straight, and we are pulling those fingers inward, down and in. And then we are taking it up and back as much as you can, but be gentle. Release. We'll do a little bit of shoulder movements. Inhalation, shoulder goes up. Exhalation, come down. Very simple and easy. You can practice at any time. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale down. One more time, up. And then down, change the direction from inhalation, back up and down, up, down, up, down, and last time. Inhalation from back, it's going all the way up. From front, it is coming down and release. Feel the stimulation in the entire arm region. One more thing we'll do, we're going to hold the opposite elbows in overhead. Okay. And instead of that, the palm of the right hand will come rest at the upper back, and we use the left hand to pull the elbow inward. So you can feel that the fingers, right fingertips, they are coming down further down as you pull them in. And then left palm resting onto the upper back, and again fingertips of the left hand are coming further down as you pull. Here we are not bringing the head down, head will remain into the facing front. Good. And then release. Release any tension into the upper body. Now we come to the lower body. Only few things we are going to do, so not many, before we move to the asana practices. So here, the left ankle is resting onto the right thigh. Okay, right ankle resting onto the left thigh. Focus is on the knee. And the next 2 or 3 loosening practices I encourage you to do for upcoming entire week, as we'll be needing them for the upcoming Yogasana series. So attention onto the knee and simply rotation of the knee. Inhalation taking up, exhalation down. Complete rotation, as much as big rotation possible. What happens to the ankle? That's perfectly fine. Whether it moves, doesn't move, stays there. That attention is on the knee. Changing the direction. So knee rotation. It loosens the hip joint. Good. And keeping the leg where it is flapping. So this is butterfly, but half butterfly. Right? If your knee is high, you can press it down. That is also an option. Good. The same thing onto the other side. So focusing on the knee rotation. As big of a circle as possible. And if you are not able to sit upright in this position, I encourage you to use the cushion to be seated a little bit higher so that the spine is in straight line. Good. Change the direction. Here you can adopt the breath also, if you can. If we are generally going slow, then we adopt the breath. For faster, we do not. But you can if you want. Here, once again, clapping. And this is going to help you sit in Padmasana. So Ardha Titali followed by complete Titali, right? So complete butterfly. Heels are going as close to the perineum as possible, sitting upright. And you can go first slow, and if body allows, you can go fast. Release. And then heels will come a little bit forward, and we are hinging from the hip, chest comes forward. Once again, hinging from the hip, chest goes forward and down. First, try to go as far as possible with a straight spine, and once you cannot reach any further, that's when you can count the spine, and forehead comes down as just. Forehead is reaching down towards the toes, or even further ahead. Stay there, breathe. Feel the stimulation and stay connected. Stay connected with your happiness. Stay connected with your smile. And notice the difference. If you do like this with a smile on the face, what happens? And if you do otherwise, what happens? It's an experiential journey. Inhale, come back up. Very nice. And then release. With that, we are going to move to our Marjari Asana. So for that, you can again use the cushion that we talked about. Hands, wrists right below the shoulder and knee right below the hip. Many times what people do is, this is where their hand is. So just notice, this is not the entire spine length, right? Your spine is that big. So accordingly, your wrist needs to position. Toes can be upward or you can untap them. Inhalation, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, gaze goes up. Exhalation, rounding the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. So here, make an effort to go on either side as much as you can. So lifting the tailbone, when you're dropping the belly, try to drop it further as much as you can. Gaze all the way up. And that is when you smile. Exhale, rounding spine, chin to the chest. Again, keep that small. One more round. Inhalation. And then exhalation. Come to the neutral spine. The right hand will come into the front, facing the middle line of the body. The left leg is going to go back all the way. So right arm is at shoulder height and the left leg is also at the hip height. And here we are flexing the toes inward. The leg is straight. We are not lifting the left pelvic region up. So the entire pelvic region is still parallel to the mat, reaching to the front from the right side and reaching to the back from the left side. Inhale, extend, exhale, cross the elbow and the knee below the trunk. Inhalation, extend. Exhale, cross. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cross. Inhale once again, extend, reach. Exhale, cross. Now come back to the neutral position. The same thing onto the other side. Once again, no need to rush. Left arm goes all the way into the front, palm facing the middle line of the body, and then right leg goes back. Heel is pressing the vertical wall in the back, toes pointed inward. Many times we feel that if we do something, then the life is worth. If you can stay in this position, stay there. Feel completeness. Keep the smile. We are reaching to the front from the left and to the back from the right. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, elbow and knee crossing. Inhale, extend, exhale, cross. Inhale, extend, exhale, cross. Inhale, extend, exhale, cross. And one more time. Extend, and then cross, release. Come back to the neutral spine. Take a few breaths. Very nice. And then we are going to do Vyagrasana. So for Vyagrasana, the right leg goes up and then back, and gaze goes up. Exhale, knee to the forehead. Inhalation, bend the knees, bend the right knee, right toe goes all the way up. Exhale, forehead to the knee. Inhale, exhale. Good. Last time, inhale and then exhale. Release. The same thing goes on to the other side. Bending the left knee, head goes up. Exhale, head to the knee. Inhale and then exhale. Keeping that smile. One more time. And then release. Now sit onto the Shashankasana. Heels resting onto the hips. Forehead down onto the mat. Arms as far forward as possible. Elbows resting onto the mat. Enjoying this stimulation. Very gently come back. So here you're going to bring the right hip forward. Knee is right above the ankle. And let me see if you are able to press Okay. So right knee on top of the right ankle. Here we are going to, so expand that cushion because we'll be needing a little bit wider space. Palms rested by the side. We are going to lift the knee, wiggle the left leg all the way back as much as it can. And then we are going to place the knee down. Chest comes forward, gaze goes up. Staying in this. Once again, do not allow the knee to pop out into the side. It is still resting on top of the ankle. Chest forward, gaze up. Here, we're going to keep the palms onto the knee and come back further up. Gaze goes up. Staying there for a couple of breaths. Very nice. And then interlacing our fingers in the heart center, crossing the thumb. Extend them all the way to the ceiling and again arch back. This is the Anjali Asana or the variation, also called low lunge. Few inhalation and exhalation with keeping the smile onto the face. Inhale, extend, and exhale, release. The left palm will rest in just by the side of the feet. Right palm is holding the knee on top of the ankle. And we are gently twisting from navel and then torso, and then gaze goes up. Notice we are twisting the entire spine. Left palm is rested, the right palm is holding the knee. If your knee does not hop out into the side, and if you can hold the knee on top of the ankle, then you can extend the right arm all the way towards the ceiling. Notice it is really important to keep that knee on top of the ankle. Inhale, extend, exhale, unwind. Good. And then lifting the back knee, taking the leg all the way back. And then we are going to switch. So the left feet rested in between the hand. Lifting the right knee off, wiggle the leg as far back as possible. And you know that it cannot go any further, that is when we will place it onto the cushion or on the mat. First stay there. We know where we are heading. Just staying there, staying connected. Chest will come forward and gaze will go on. Once you think that you are settled into this pose, you are comfortable. That is when you gently bring the palms onto the knee. Knees rested on top of the ankle. Come back up. Arch back. Staying there for a couple of more breaths. And then we are going to bring the hands to the heart center, interlace all the fingers except the index finger, thumb crosses, resting them into the front of the heart, extending it all the way up towards the ceiling, and then arching back. Again, deep inhalation and exhalation with a smile. We are enjoying this pose. There are challenges, but we are committed to the happiness in this life. The entire, each and every moment, being happy. We are practicing this abhyasa. Inhale, extend, exhale, slowly come down. Right palm rested by the side of the feet. Left palm is supporting knee to pop out. And then slowly we are twisting. And then please go all the way up. So entire spine is twisted. And once again, if you can keep the left knee on top of the ankle, and if you do not need that support, that is when the palm goes all the way up. Fingers reaching the ceiling, staying there, enjoying this pose. Notice so much is going on, and we are still committed to that happiness. Inhale, extend, exhale slowly, come down, and then lifting the right knee, taking the leg back, separating the knee at least a mat width distance apart, resting onto the heel, forehead come down. This time you can take the arms around and palm facing up. Allow the shoulder to collapse. Closing your eyes, just allow the body to settle. Stimulation followed by relaxation, and relaxation followed by stimulation. A cycle. Enjoy this settling of the breath, settling the breath. Very nice. Gently come back up. Again, if you have not got a chance to get a cushion, it could be towel or anything, or a pillow. This is again, I invite you to bring that because we'll be needing that for upcoming asana poses. You can fold that blanket or the towel any kind of cushion into this shape, rectangular shape. Put it at the center of the mat, and the mat is on the longer side, right? We are going to come onto our knees. So standing onto the knee. Good. Back toe is pointed up. So heel is upward. Our knees are inner hip distance apart, which is also fist distance. So this is outer hip. This is the inner hip. This is where the joint is. So the knees are rested onto the joint. Hands will come onto the hip. We are standing onto the knee, standing tall. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. And from this position, we will be taking the right leg to the right side. So you can see the right leg is extended. Right toes are also pointed straight towards the right side. And here we are not coming forward or backward or sideways. Now the entire body weight is onto the left knee. The right palm is rested onto the right leg. Left palm is reaching all the way towards the ceiling, extending it high as much as you can. Inhale, extend, exhale, slowly bend towards the right side. We are into gate pose, Parighasana. Parigha, it's an instrument that we use in the mathematics, right? Which allows us to measure the angle. This is the same pose. Here the head can come to the front, or you can face it towards the ceiling, or you can face the palm. All three choices are there. With a smile on the face, enjoying this pose. Again, there is a lot of balancing needed. Staying there. But noticing the beautiful stretch onto the left side of the body. Inhale, come back up. Reach high. Exhale, the left palm is rested onto the side. The right arm reaches onto the other side. Notice the straight line from the right tip of the toes all the way to the tip of the finger. One big straight line. And again, we are lengthening. So lengthening from toe or the heel all the way to the fingertip, reaching to the front, into the side. One more deep inhalation and exhalation. Good, and then come back. Very nice. The same thing onto the other side. And then taking that left leg outward. And still see. Now the entire weight is on the right knee. Left palm rested onto the knee or further onto the thighs. The right arm going all the way up. Lengthening, reaching high, and then gently coming to the left side. Parighasana onto the left side. Again, we are not hinging towards the left. Notice we are still seated onto the right knee. Toes pointed onto the sideways. Toes are pointed all the way to the side, left side. And here, facing front, face towards the ceiling, or facing the palm. All the three are choices, whichever makes you comfortable. Staying to the Parighasana and committed. Notice we are committed to that happiness. We are practicing that happiness. Taking this challenge with a smile. Even Sage Patanjali also mentioned in one of his future sutras, Abhyasa and Vairagya. We'll not talk about the Vairagya yet, we'll cover it later. But for now, let's practice Abhyasa. Inhale, come back up, reaching high. Exhale onto the other side, palm resting onto the side, and then left arm straight outward. Again, notice the lengthening from the right, from the left hip toe, all the way to the left fingertip. Lengthening and reaching. Simple, but very effective asana position. Inhale, come back up. If you need a rest, then again, come to Shashankasana. Rested on the heel and then forehead down on the mat. Here you can bring the palms into the front and then make a cup of the fingers, that spider fingers, and then bring those fingers forward as much as you can. And then once you cannot reach any further, that is when you can bring the palm down, forehead down. Gently smile with it. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the moment of Shashankasana. Very nice. Come back up. Once again, we are onto our knees. Standing onto the knee, elbows sideways, all the way back, coming close to each other. Elbows are coming close. Crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. This time we are bringing the leg to the front. Right leg coming to the front. Once again, it is a balancing position. So if you need blocks to support you, then feel free to bring them into the front to help you. And if you do not have anything which will make you balance, even if you do not have blocks, you can fix your gaze into the front, and that brings the stability. And wiggling is perfectly fine. Wiggling is okay. That's how the body is. Let me show this pose into the side raise. That way you can notice. So, seated or standing onto the left knee, right leg forward. Here we are going to hinge from the hip, hinge from the pelvic region, coming down. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, straight spine and coming down. Lengthening and then coming down. And notice what is happening into the thigh or the calf muscles. If you want, you can hold on to the blocks or lower them down wherever you feel comfortable. All the three positions, up, sideways, down. Once you know that you have reached the limit and you cannot come forward any further, that is when the invitation is to gently down the spine, forehead coming down onto the knee as much as you can. Keeping that smile and enjoying this moment as well. Enjoying this anand, which is not outward. I mean, we are allowing that happiness to come out while staying in this pose. It is within. Notice that every exhale allows your head to come further down on the knee. The gravity is taking effect in here. It is helping us. Inhale, come back up. You can come all the way up to seated. And if your body allows, then you can extend the back leg as far back as possible. We are getting into Hanuman Asana. Again, notice your limit. Wherever, however much you can go is perfectly fine. Every day is different, right? So whether you can come to complete split or however much, just enjoy. Here, the spine is in upright position. Staying there with easy breath. And we are practicing happiness. Slowly bend the knee and come to standing back onto the knees. This time we are again hands onto the hips, elbows close to each other, seated tall, and then left leg will come forward. Once again, you can bring the block forward, hinging from the pelvic region, coming down. Fix the gaze if you're wobbling, coming further down, chest forward, straight spine, and exhale, come forward. Pelvic region, hinging from the pelvic region, forward, 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 and come down. Then you can round the spine and allow the forehead to come very quick. You're in the preparation for Hanuman Asana. And notice what is happening. So much going on in the body. And we are accepting it. Gently, very gently come back up. Here, you can utilize the blocks if you want. And then taking the right leg further back as far as it can go. And then settling the back knee in. Again, heading towards the Hanuman Asana. You can notice it's still high over a period. Here, the spine is straight line. These are the challenges which life is bringing to us. And we are practicing them on the mat, how to handle those challenges. Very gently. Bend knee, and then you can come out of the pose. And then blocks comes to the side. With that, we'll be doing the next asana pose. And before we go to the pose, here is a neck movement that I would encourage you to notice. So head is forward, and we are taking the head inward. It is forward, which is what we think it is neutral, but we need to take it here. Taking the entire head inward is different than taking it upward. Okay, so this is the movement we need. So for that, again, palm this time supported in the back. Supported in the back, elbows coming close to each other. Gently, the pelvic region will come out and chest is lifted up. And notice the neck is recessed. So head is getting in. And this is slightly different than going outward. Staying this in Ardha Ustrasana, half camel pose. Inhale, come to center. Very nice. Now release. This time The heels will be lifted up. The toes inward, heel lifted. We are going to take the right arm all the way, circle it around, and taking on and holding the right palm resting or fingers resting onto the left heel. Right hand is resting onto the left heel, and then left arm goes all the way up towards the ceiling and gaze towards the ceiling. And in this position, we are bringing the pelvic region forward and gaze up. You can keep the arm all the way toward the ceiling, or you can take it further back. Gaze also back. This is the variation of Ustrasana. Very gently. Go to the pose. The same thing onto the other side. So this time we are going to rotate the left hand. Place the left fingers or palm onto the right heel. The right hand goes up toward the ceiling. Pelvic region is coming forward. Shoulder, the chest is reaching up toward the ceiling and gaze towards the ceiling. Once again, you can stay here, or you can extend the arms further back and gaze further back. Beautifully twisted that way. Good, very gently. Come out of the pose. For those who can, I invite you to go to the full camel pose. If you cannot go to the full camel pose, again, half camel pose, please continue to practice that. For others, for full camel pose, again, taking the right arm onto the right heel, taking the left arm all the way towards the left heel, pelvic region forward, chest is lifted up, and chin is tugged in. So the head is recessed inward. This is the pose. Now let's bring that smile. Let's bring that happiness. Stay connected. Stay connected to the commitment. Stay connected to the practice. Very gently bring one arm out and then other. Come back to standing, and then once again we are going back onto the Shashankasana. The knees together, forehead come down onto the mat, and arms are wrapped around the leg. Palm again by the side of the feet, facing up. Shoulders are collapsed, forehead down. Notice the stimulation we did in the lower back region. Stay connected. Stay connected to your commitment. Yes. And gently this time we are going to come down onto our backs in our back. So lying down. Legs are together. Arms by the side of the body. Inhalation, gently taking the right leg all the way up towards 90 degrees. Exhalation, bring it down. Very slowly, very slowly. Inhalation, left leg all to the up. Exhalation, very gently down. And notice the stimulation that we are bringing to the abdomen region. Once again, right leg. Enjoying this moment. Inhalation. If you do not have a back pain, then you can bring both the legs up. Otherwise, you can continue doing one leg at a time, all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly bring it down. For those who are doing one leg at a time, do one more time so that you can do other leg as well. Inhalation, both the legs all the way up. Exhale, slowly. Very nice. Both the knees will come to the chest. Hug the knees. Hug the knees to the chest. Take a deep inhalation, and as you exhale, forehead onto the knee. Inhale, head come down. Exhale, forehead to the knee. Inhale, down. Exhale, head to the knee. One more person. Inhale, down. Exhale to the knee. Inhale, head come down, rest it. And then extend the legs all the way towards the ceiling. Here, the toes will come inward, outward. If you need to hold the back of the thighs, you can. Inhale, exhale. Continue the movement with your breath. Very nice. One more time. Good. The left knee will come close to the chest, and then right leg goes onto the mat. Right leg is rested. We are holding behind the left thigh. So the knee will remain close to the chest. Only the shin bone is coming up and toes towards you. Exhale down. Inhale up. So here it is not that we need to straighten the leg. That is not what we are doing. Knee will still remain close to the chest. However much you can go forward, that's perfectly fine. Exhale down. Inhale, heel lifted all the way up towards the ceiling, and maybe trying to come in forward, toes towards you. And exhale one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Release. The same thing on the other side. So the right knee coming close to the chest, holding back of the thigh. Inhale. Heel is trying to come forward and toe inward. Exhale, toe away and down. Inhale. Again, don't leave the smile behind. Let's not postpone our happiness anymore. Enjoying this moment. Last round, inhalation. And then exhalation. And release. Here we are having the soles of the feet rested onto the mat. Knees are bent, knees are touching each other. Knees are rested, arms around 45 degrees, and then close your eyes. So notice the soles of the feet are separated. They are at least the mat width distance. Knees are touching each other. And we are allowing the body to settle, take in all the stimulation that we are giving to the body. Very nice. Separating the knees. Right ankle rested in front of the left knee. And then we are lifting the left shin at least some knee height, holding behind the left thigh. We are bringing the left knee close to us, and we are using the right elbow to press the right knee away. Right knee is going away, left knee is coming close to the chest. Here we are going to flex the ankle, so bringing the toes inward. Right toes facing the right knee, left toe facing the left knee, bringing the left knee close. Notice so much is going on. And we are still happy. We still have that smile. We're still enjoying. Deep, easy breath in and out. Now, keeping this whole structure of the leg as is, arms will come into the side in T shape, and we are going to slowly descend the entire figure 4 shape onto the left side, and gaze goes to the right side. So right knee is still pressing outward, and again it might feel a little bit complicated, but just keep the entire structure of the leg as is and bring it down towards the left side and gaze to the right side. Inhale, come back up. Once again, we are going to hug the left knee, press the right knee away, and then release. Switch. So left ankle is rested in front of the right knee, and then shin is lifted. We are bringing the right knee close this time, and we are pushing the left knee away through the left elbow. Flexing both the ankles. Staying there. Enjoying the moment. Bringing the deep inhalation and exhalation. Good. Once again, keep the structure as is. And then extend arm into T shape. Slowly bring the knee and foot right side and gaze to the left. Here, bring the left ear as close to the mat as possible. Good. Inhale. Once again, bring it up, bringing the right knee close to the chest, left knee away. One more time. And then release. From here, we'll go to Ananda Balasana. So, knees come close to the chest. Separating knees wide as much as you can. And then arms will go between the knees, holding the soles of the feet. The feet are facing all the way towards the ceiling. The entire spine is rested onto the mat. And here the arms are straight. So elbows are not bent. Only the knees are bent. And then we swing side to side. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and enjoy this movement. Swing side to side. You are again into the baby pose. So, happy baby. It's called happy baby pose. Anand Balasana. Anand. Let's experience that. Let it come out. Let's get connected to it. It's always within. It was there. It's just time to connect. Slowly come to the center. Bring your leg down. Release, extend them, at least extend the legs all the way straight down on the mat. Separate them at least the mat width distance apart. Left palm coming to the chest, resting onto the chest, into the heart, and right palm rested onto the belly. And the breathe in. You can close your eyes. You can rest in this pose, or if you prefer, you can extend the arms to 45 degrees outward. In either case, whatever makes you comfortable, just allow your body to settle. We are heading to the Shavasana, corpse pose. Do not make any movement and just relax in Shavasana. While I take you through this Shavasana, all you need to do is allow your body to completely relax. There is a very beautiful chanting. The lyrics are Anandoham, which means I am the embodiment of joy. I am the embodiment of happiness. I am the embodiment of blissfulness. As I do this chanting, continue to allow your body to relax. You feel the vibrations of the chanting in your body. Making absolutely no effort, lying down onto the mat, eyes closed, legs and arms are separated. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Paramanandam, Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Paramanandam. I am the embodiment of joy, happiness, blissful. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Paramanandam. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Paramanandam. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Paramanandam. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Anandoham Anandam Paramanandam Paramanandam Paramanandam. There is no action needed to feel the blissfulness which is within you. It is just a matter of observing it, experiencing it. Staying in this blissful state for a few more moments. Very healthy and easily. While keeping the eyes closed, bring some movement in your fingers, in your toes, in your ankles and wrists. Bring knees close to the chest, arms close to the body, and roll over to the right side, supporting the head onto the upper arm or the forearm. Resting in that fetal position for a breath or two. Use the strength of the arm to come back to the seated position, facing forward. Observe your state of being. Now gently rub the eyes, rub the palms and cover the eyes. And you can gently open your eyes. So we have approximately 10 minutes and it was intentionally kept so that today we can practice a little bit of pranayama. So again, Sukhasana is definitely one position you can sit, or Vajrasana, whatever makes you comfortable. We practiced Ujjayi breath last time, wherein constriction of the throat, easy deep inhalation, and easy deep exhalation. It's a ocean's kind of sound. I'm doing it loud, but again, you will be able to hear that sound of ocean waves. So in that, we are going to observe different bandhas. So 3 locks are there. But before we go to 3 locks, let's talk about how we do inhalation and exhalation. So we do generally we do shallow breathing, right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's how the pattern is. What I told you the other time is we need to do deep inhalation and exhalation. Inhale, it continues all the way up as much as it can. And then exhale, again slow and deep exhalation. And then the same cycle, deep inhalation. And then deep exhalation. So instead of multiple shallow breaths, we are taking deeper and fewer inhalation and exhalation. This is Puraka inhalation. And this becomes Rechaka, right? Exhalation. Then comes Kumbhak. Kumbhak is retention of breath. So deep inhalation, Purak, and then retain. Kumbhak, Rechak, exhalation, and then again retention. So inhale deep, retain, exhale, again go slow, and then retain. After inhalation, whatever we hold is Antar Kumbhaka, inner Kumbhaka. And after exhalation, whatever we hold is Bahya Kumbhaka. So in the locks, when we are going to use the Bahya Kumbhaka. This is also called Keval Kumbhaka. So it is the suspension of breath. So instead of inhalation or exhalation, it suspends the breath altogether. There is no urge for the body to take any more inhalation and exhalation. That is the state of Keval Kumbhaka. And again, we are going to experience that. Again, follow the steps and you will be able to experience. There are three kinds of locks. One is root lock or anus lock, anal lock, and then another one is so that is Mula Bandha. So in Mula Bandha, we are tightening the buttocks, pulling the anus muscles in. So you can see a little bit of upliftment of the entire body, right? The tightening of the buttocks, pulling the anus muscles in, root lock, right? Another one is diaphragm lock. So for the core muscles. So Uddiyana Bandha, the abdomen region will go in all the way in as much as it goes, and then a little bit lifted out. So Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, yeah, in and up as much as it can. And then Jalandhar Bandha, chin will come to the chest, and here we are not breathing in. So once chin comes to the chest, we suspend. So, and again, I'll go in steps. So we exhale completely and pull the anus muscles in, abdomen in, and then chin come to the chest. The entire breath is outward, and there is absolutely no breath inside. Correct? Once we put all the three locks, it is called Mahabandha. So this one is chin lock. Yeah. Once again, anus lock or Mulbandh, Uddiyana and Jalandhar Bandh. All the three bandhs we are going to practice at the completion of Ujjayi, and it brings to the pranayama, right? So I'll tell you when to do the bandhas. So we are going to complete that inhalation exhalation while restricting the throat. Once that practices, once I invite you to go to the bandhas, then completely exhale and then put all the three locks. There you can remove the chin mudra, you can also hold the knees and come forward. Or you can stay there in either way, it is perfectly fine. Once you stay there, very gently you are going to remove the locks one after another. Once you know that you cannot hold the breath outward any longer, then slowly open the neck lock and then abdomen and anus lock. There would be a time where it would be sudden breath because there was no air in the lungs. Sudden breaths will come. And then after that, just monitor the Keval Kumbhaka. That is what we are heading towards. After that, there is a suspension of breath. There is absolutely no urge to take any more inhalation exercise. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and practice. Close your eyes. Adopt Chin Mudra. The entire spine is in upright position. In your next inhalation, you can begin the Ujjayi pranayama, constriction of the throat, deeper inhalation and exhalation. Notice we are taking the journey inward. So absolutely do not allow the attention go to the thoughts and taking us outside the practice. You can keep a gentle smile on the face, continue the practice, deeper inhalation and exhalation, Ujjayi pranayama with your constriction of the throat. Feeling that ocean breath inward and outward. From the next breath inward and outward, we'll adopt a kumbhaka. Inhale and just hold the breath. You're not using the locks yet. Exhale and hold. Inhale and hold. Exhale and hold. Bayukun. Inhale, holding the breath. Exhale, and then once again, holding. And then release. Allow the breath to come easy. Now, once again, we'll continue the practice. And this time, at the end, we are going to put the locks. Ujjayi pranayama once again. This is the breath which brings our attention to this very moment. Continue that deep inhalation and exhalation. These are energy locks that we are going to practice. All the 3 locks. The energy which is running at the center of the spine. That energy we are going to hold through these locks. The anus lock and the Uddiyana bring the energy upward, and Jalandhar does not allow energy to go upward. Take a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, completely exhale, adopt the anus lock, adopt Jalandhar Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, and anus. So anus lock pulling the muscles up, Uddiyana Bandh taking, exhaling completely out, and then Jalandhar. Here there is absolutely no air in the lungs or in the abdomen region. Keeping that relaxed and calm, please, holding the breath upward. Once done, gently allow to release the locks and notice the inhalation and exhalation will happen faster. And then comes the point of Keval Kumbhaka. Observe it keenly. It's a complete suspension of the breath. Body does not have any urge to take any more elevation or food. Pranayama leads us to this Keval Kumbhaka state. And then through practice, we expand it as much as we can. Now keep the eyes closed and allow the breath to flow normally. We'll seal today's practice of yoga with one single sound of Om, followed by a closing prayer. Together, receive a deep breath. Hands will come into the heart center in prayer position. Together we will chant Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once again, rub your palms. Generate the heat. Make a cup of the palms and cover the eyes. Instead of touching the palms onto the eyelids, you're just covering them up. And then you can take them around the entire face, overhead, to the neck or chest, and wherever you feel comfortable, you're spreading that energy throughout. So today we are a few minutes over. But since we have completed the yoga session, thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. I encourage and invite you to experience or try this experience of keeping a smile throughout the day or maybe throughout the week and see how does it feel. And also I invite you to attend all other yoga teachers classes. The next one is tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. by Amit.